Before we start, one quick note. This episode seems to contain every mosquito, fly, and grasshopper from across the city of Detroit. For some odd reason, they decided they wanted to be in We Still Don't Fit as well. We also slapped a ton of them. So to the bug community, we're not sorry. You guys are annoying. All right, start the show.
First racial encounter here was with a kid named that was 19 years old at the time, playing with 12 and 13-year-olds. And this is at a time where we weren't allowed to leave the front yard because we were obviously hated by the neighborhood for being the color that we were.
Let me stop you right there. Most of the rules that mom and dad had put in place were due to the experiences that John's older brother, aka guy narrating this episode, had. Not due to the stories I told them, but due to the bloody nose, bruises, and amazing injuries to my grossly oversized teeth that led them to these conclusions. So by the time Jonathan was old enough to go outside, there was a bit of an understanding about the neighborhood. Unfortunately, John was yet to experience those things.
So we felt that immediately. But I went across the street, even though I wasn't supposed to play with some kids, and that kid showed up. And like to prey on younger kids, and me being younger was like a gold mine to him. So he would like keep me in certain locations and not allow me to leave places to kind of freak me out and mess with my head. So one day he actually had us go from our place across the street to the actual park that's a little bit further down the street where we normally play basketball, and he made me stay there for hours until he felt like he was ready to let me go home. And so one of the times this happened, I went ahead and started a basketball game with some younger kids. And because they were younger, he was obviously down to play. I amped it up a little bit, told them that they were talking crap to us when, I mean, they probably were, but got him to play. And as soon as we tipped off, I ran home as fast as I possibly could. And that's how you escape.
It was okay, and then it wasn't. I feel like I knew the day everyone, took American history and decided that, white people were bad. And even though we're not white, we took the flack, some of the flack for that. The person they saw outside the most was my dad going to work. You ended up feeling like the enemy, like there was something wrong with you because, everyone treated you like you were the plague. And if you did have friends, whenever I developed friendships, they only lasted until that person's other friends came. And then they didn't want to be seen, so at first I'm David, and then when they get, when their friends arrive, I'm white boy, or I'm, light skin. I became quiet because I didn't know what to say. Anything I said was wrong. Everything I said was a problem. Everything I said was racist. And, when you grow up in a house, like we did, mom's black, dad is white, I'm literally learning manhood and mannerisms from a white man. And, and dad's not just white, like he's clear. He's Chuck Norris white. He's the embodiment of Ned Flanders in real life. If you pulled Ned out of a cartoon, that's Dad. Nice guy, smart guy, did not fit in this neighborhood at all. You're learning that from one side. Your mother is black, so obviously you don't have a problem with black people because you are raised by a black woman. And then you walk outside and the people that look just like your mom hate you. So you get that love in the house, and when you walk outside, it's not there. It's easier to reconcile that you are both black and white, and there's nothing wrong with that. When you get outside, there is something wrong with it. And, you know, this neighborhood kept trying to make you pick, and if you didn't do, you know, stuff like us, you're white. And we're going to criticize and ostracize you for it. And it was hell.
We were all playing over there, grabbed Noah by the back of his hooded coat, shoved his face in the snow repeatedly, and said, "Eat that shit." And I remember I was in the middle of the street walking over there, and I couldn't do anything because I was so afraid of this kid. Same kid I ran from, I kept running from that kid. So like, forever, when I think of like a bully racist person, that's like the image I get every single time. Like, I get the image of me in the middle of the street, like, crying because I'm too weak to protect my brother, who's younger than me, who's getting his face shoved in snow with a kid saying, "Eat that shit," for no reason, and that's what we thought we deserved.
So why are we telling you these things about the racial dynamic in our neighborhood? It's the same reason we titled the show, We Still Don't Fit. We're trying to show you the key role that our race, our place or lack thereof in the neighborhood plays as it relates to our house being set on fire. Because the person who did it hated us. But if you ask anyone who lived around us, they'll tell you the neighborhood was provoked. One of us brought this on our family.